So this portion of the video is about how to write the formulas of ionic compounds. So we're starting with the name, and none of these should be capitalized. Okay, it's just auto to do that automatically. Okay, so we'll do that together. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to write the symbol of the cation, the positively charged ion. So that's going to be our metals because they can only give away electrons. Then we're going to write the symbol of our anion, so that's going to be our nonmetal. They can only take electrons with its charge. Then we're going to balance items and write how many with subscripts. Okay, so you're hearing the rules, and they will make more sense once we do some examples together. Let's start with sodium oxide. Okay, so let's actually write the question because we should always do that. Sodium oxide. Okay, then we're going to look at our periodic table, unless we have them memorized. And we're going to look, okay, page 30 in this textbook. So sodium has a 1+ charge. Whoops, can't see. Okay, if we were working with magnesium, it'd be a 2+ charge, scandium 3, titanium's multivalent, so it would either have a 4 or a 3, and they would tell us. Okay, so then we're going to work with oxygen, which is a 2- charge. Hope you're not getting too dizzy. Okay, so sodium, that's an O, okay, is Na plus, and oxygen is a 2- charge, right? Does that balance? Oxygen needs to take 2 electrons. Sodium only has 1 to give. So it's going to need to get another sodium. So 1 plus 1 positive charge is 2. Good. Okay, now we have a balanced compound. Okay, so how many sodiums did we have? 2 sodiums and 1 oxygen, but we don't write the 1. Okay, let's do the next question. Barium. What do you do with a dead chemist? You bury him. Get it? Okay, barium oxide. So we're looking on our table. It's number 56. Black sheep. Banana. Yeah, get it? Barium. Sodium. Banana. Okay, barium oxide. Barium has a what charge? Let's look. 2+. Oxygen has a 2- charge. Cation, anion. We did step 1. We did step 2. Step 3 is to balance the charges. Barium wants to give away 2 electrons. Oxygen wants to take 2 electrons. Perfect. Okay, so you only need 1 barium and 1 oxygen. So we would put 1 and 1, but we don't write it if it's 1. Okay, let's see what example 3 was. Iron 2 phosphide. I'm just going to write them both down. And that matters, that little iron 2 part. Oh, I lied. I said I was going to write the next 2. Okay, and 4 is copper 1 oxide. Okay. So what's the point of this 2 part? That's telling us which charge to use, okay, for our multivalent elements. Okay, so let's look at them both while we're here. We got iron and copper. Okay, iron, this one, okay, it has either a 2 or a 3+ charge. Then copper has either a 2 or a 1+ charge. So this Roman numeral is telling us which one to use. So iron, we're using the 2+ charge cation. Phosphide is 3. How did I know that? Because it's in the book and memorize it with enough practice. Okay, and why not do 2 at once? Let's be crazy. I love crazy. Okay, copper 1+ charge. Oxygen 2- charge. Okay, now let's figure out how many. So we did step 1, identified the cations. We did step 2, identified the anions. Now let's balance them. Okay, iron needs to give away 2, but phosphorus can only take 3. Okay, so we're going to need another phosphorus to take the right amount. Okay, so now iron is giving away 2 electrons, but phosphorus needs to take 6. That's not going to work. Okay, so let's use one more iron. So 3 atoms of iron have 2 plus charge, so there's going to be 6 total. Phosphorus has a 6 total for taking. Good. Okay, so how many irons did we use? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to have Fe3, P, how many? 2. Right, and you're going to see a pattern here. The 3s end up down here and the 2s end up down here. That's called the swap and drop. Okay, but I try not to focus on that too much because kids get confused. Okay, so if you notice that pattern is the same, you can use it. If not, write it out in full, then you're for sure going to get it right. Okay, so copper can only give away 1 electron. Oxygen needs to take 2, so it's going to need to bring a friend to give another electron. How many atoms of copper are we using for this compound? 2. How many oxygens? Only 1. So this is how you spell copper oxide in science language. Okay, let's do 5 and 6. Okay, 5 and 6. Lithium dichromate. Okay, and beryllium phosphate. Okay, and let's go back to the document camera. Now, this is not chrome. Okay, this is not chromium. It's dichromate, right? So if it was chromium, then it would be like, it would say chromide. Okay, but it doesn't. It says dichromate. So let's put our cation, lithium, 1 plus charge. Okay, let's do beryllium. Okay, that has a 2 plus charge. Okay, same thing here. Phosphate, that's not phosphorus. Okay, if it was phosphorus, it would say phosphide. Okay, like in this question here. Okay, but it doesn't. It says phosphate. So that means it's going to be one of our polyatomic ions. Okay, let's look that up. And we saved the page. Good job for us. We put a little sticky. Okay, and we looked in our chart, common polyatomic ions. Excuse me, coffee. Okay, so let's look for them. I spy with my little eye something that looks like dichromate. Excellent. Dichromate, Cr2O7 with a 2 minus charge. Cr2O7 with a 2 minus charge. Okay, so that's going to be treated as its own molecule. Okay, now let's find the phosphate one. Is this alphabetical? Nope. Okay, but let's keep looking. Phosphate, phosphate. There it is. Okay, phosphate. PO4, 3 minus charge. Okay, so PO4 with the 3 minus charge. Okay, back over here. All right, so you're going to treat this as its own thing. Okay, so just like how above here we had phosphorus with the 3 minus charge, this whole molecule has a 2 minus charge. Okay, so this needs to take 2 electrons. Lithium only has 1 to give. So you're going to need 2 lithiums. There, 2 electrons to give away. Needs to take 2. We're good. So our formula here is going to be Li2, okay, and then Cr2O7, right? Over to the beryllium phosphate. Oh, you can kind of see it. That's good. Okay. So this is going to be lumped as a package, okay? And we have a 2 and a 3 here. So we're going to need 3 of those to balance out 2 of these. Okay, so we had 3 atoms of beryllium and 2 molecules of phosphate. Okay, so you put it in brackets like this so you don't get it messed up, okay, when there's 2. Because otherwise you would think it's phosphorus and then there'd be 2 phosphoruses and it just doesn't work. Okay, so you need to keep it in brackets when there's more than 1. Right, let's go find the last couple of example questions. Okay, gold 3 sulfite and titanium 4 thiosulfate. Okay, so which questions are these here? We just did 6, so this is 7 and 8. Okay, let's put gold, sulfite in our notes, and titanium thiosulfate. Okay, back to the document camera. Okay, let's make it nice. So we have gold. I like gold. Okay, what's gold? Look on your periodic table, page 30. And you should always pause this, right? And try it on your own. And then check and see if you got it right. Okay, so gold is Au, that's our cation. And it's telling us to use the 3+ charge because it's multivalent. So let's do what we're told. Put a 3+ charge. Then sulfite. Okay, it says sulfite, not sulfide. Okay, if it was sulfide, we'd be using sulfur, but it's not. Okay, we're using sulfite. And then titanium has a 4+ charge. That's our cation. And then thiosulfate, we don't know what that is. So we need to look it up. Okay, so back over to student reference SR 39. Okay, and let's look for them. I'm seeing thiosulfate, so we'll do that one. Okay, S2, O3, the 2- charge. Okay, and the other one was sulfite, okay, which is right up here. Sulfite, SO3, 2-. Okay, so now we have our polyatomic ions. Let's put it together, right? So this is being treated as a package. So to balance out our 3+ charge and our 2- charge here, let's add a few more atoms of gold. So we have 6 and 2, that doesn't balance. Let's add another one of these. Okay, 6 and 4, that doesn't balance. Let's add another one of these. Okay, 6 electrons to take, giving away 6 electrons. Good, we're balanced. We get a neutrally charged molecule here. How many did we have? We had 2 atoms of gold, and we had 3 atoms of sulfite. Okay, and put it in brackets so we have it all together, like that. Titanium thiosulfate. Okay, we have 4 and 2 this time. So this needs to give away 4 electrons. This can only take 2. So let's put another one of these guys. Okay, 4 given away, 2 taken. So we only need 1 titanium, but we need 2 of these. Okay, and there you have a 15-minute video to just do 8 examples. So that stuff takes a long time, but that's okay. We're gonna get amazing at it.